It's hard to believe, but it was just over 30 years ago when a study was set up to follow babies born in Bristol throughout their life. It was called Children of the 90s, and over the years it's helped shape our understanding of a range of subjects, from cot deaths, allergies and even picky eaters.
Yes, the study now involves 3 generations, and Victoria Davis caught up with some of them at an event to celebrate their involvement.
3 generations of the same family, all part of a unique study known as the Children of the 90s. For more than 30 years, every member of this family from Bristol have had their health and lifestyle analysed.
It all began when I was obviously pregnant. I went for one of the very first scans, I think it was, at Southmead Hospital, and there just happened to be a team there at the door saying, would you be interested in this, being involved in this study? So that's my memory of starting, and you blatantly say yes, all right, and off you go. I don't even think I thought it was anything at the time, but they were very good at informing you, letting you know what was going on, and you suddenly realised how important it was.
Almost 15,000 pregnant women signed up to this study in the early 90s. And since then, scientists have been following the mothers and their children, measuring them, monitoring them and gathering samples, including hair, milk teeth and toenails. And it wasn't long before the study started saving lives. Now there's a 3rd generation being studied, known as the Children of the 90s. And here at this event in Bristol, there was a chance for all participants to get together and share stories.
I guess they've been a really important bit of our lives, haven't they? They've just been there through our lives, through our children's lives. We go and have fun, so you do your little tests or whatever it is. And actually the research that they bring out in the newsletter, we found this out and you think, how? What did we say? What did we participate in that sort of came to whether babies should lie on their front or their back or whatever it is, the research, you think, wow.
There is no other study with the depth of data over such a long period of time anywhere in the world. That's what's so remarkable. That's what we're celebrating, that our participants have been coming back over such a long period of time and have enabled so much work. There are about 220 papers published in academic journals every year. So it's just an extraordinary resource.
And with a new generation of children taking part, it's hoped this study will continue to make a difference for years to come. Victoria Davis, ITV News, Bristol.
Well, Professor Jean Golding founded the Children of the 90s study 3 decades ago. I spoke to her earlier today about some of the remarkable discoveries that have been made thanks to her work. First of all, the Children of the 90s study is the biggest of its kind. It's been going on for more than 30 years. Did you envisage it lasting so long?
I don't think I had contemplated that I would be even alive for so long, let alone whether it would continue. I, of course, planned it to be a long-term follow-up of the children. And yes, that I would have envisaged, but I wouldn't have got as far as 30, let alone 33 years.
And the study's informed thousands of scientific papers over the years, and no doubt it has saved lives as well.
Oh, definitely saved lives. I mean, we definitely know that from the cot death story. And the estimate, I think, is about 100,000 lives saved worldwide. So you can't minimise that. I mean, it's huge, but there are so many other things that I think we are helping with.
You mentioned a couple of areas that you've been looking into, but in your opinion, what are some of the key discoveries that have been brought about thanks to this study?
Well, I think mental health is the most important. And one of the first things we showed was that depression in pregnancy was important. I mean, before that, everybody talked about postpartum depression, so once the child was born. But we've showed that women get far more depressed during pregnancy than they do afterwards.
Because it was initially around 15,000 pregnant women that took part in the study, and now we're seeing the children of their children being monitored as well. What's the benefit of being able to look at families through several generations?
Well, that way you can look at the way in which some environments might be repeated in further generations, and health might be repeated, but also what is it that stops that sort of down the generations effect, and how can you identify what will cause a child to be resilient?
And it's been going on for decades, more than 30 years. What do you hope ultimately might be the legacy of this study?
Well, I think the legacy should be better health, better understanding, better advice to parents, but also to adults, as to what can maximise the benefits of the way that they live.
Well, Professor Jean Golding, thank you very much for talking to us. It's been fascinating to hear a bit more about the study.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
She's amazing, isn't she?
Incredible. When she made that point of the study saving an estimated 100,000 lives from cot deaths, it's hard to put to realise how much of an impact that's had.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it started, and I just remember that they were going to look at so many issues, and the fact that those people who are in the study actually can trace back so much of their life, that's just amazing.
Yeah, and it will keep going for generations to come, no doubt.
Yeah.